Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Last time you guys were here, we made a video on this 210. This is the 85 210, that is the 250th one built, something around there. The one that we got running and we never drove. I thought I'd make an update video on it for you guys and just kind of tell you guys what I've done with it off camera the past week. I really haven't filmed a whole lot on it because I've just kind of been doing things here and there. I just haven't really wanted to pull the camera out. One of the things that I have done on this tractor did not drive before. The belt was actually caught in the transmission where the pulley is on the transmission and the little axle sleeve was caught right there. This belt had jumped off the pulley at one point and I guess got caught. And the tractor, you couldn't move it, you couldn't drive it, nothing. And I thought the transmission was stuck. But I saw that and I pulled the belt off the variator and I pulled the clutch pedal back to see if the variator still moved, and the variator still moved, which was good. So the other day I was under there and I got that belt off of that pulley and back onto the pulley now so I can drive the tractor. I drove the tractor around yesterday and it does pretty well. So that's all fixed. Another thing that I have done is put these side panels on it. I also made a grill for the tractor, as you can see. You can't really see it too well. I made a grill for it. Both of the original S tires are on the tractor. You may also notice both tires are in the narrow position. I ended up getting the other set of tires that came with the 240 that he got, and I found out which way the tires were supposed to be. I also noticed on the tires that I got from the 240, the valve stems were painted. As you can see, this tire is original and that valve stem has not been painted. But if we come in here, I stuck these tires on my 312, and we take a look at my they're on the inside, you won't be able to see them. The valve stems were painted yellow. So, which brings me to believe that set of rims in there is not that set of tires in there is not the original set for this tractor. One of the tires that was on here also had a painted valve stem, the one that was in the wide stance, and this tire over here was in the narrow stance. That tire over there was in the wide stance. That tire was not the factory tire, and this one was. So I changed the tire that was in the wide stance, and I stuck the one on that was in the narrow stance. Now the tractor has all 4 original tires, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, all 4 tires are back on the tractor. Headlight switch works now. I actually think it worked before. PTO works now. It no longer shuts off the engine. The seat safety was bypassed, but the wires weren't connected to each other, so I had to connect the wires. I have not washed the tractor yet. I am going to wash the tractor sometime here soon. I've also noticed this lever is bent, which is kind of interesting. The lift on this tractor is messed up. I got it back to where it works, but I need to put a new lift lever on it, a whole new lift assembly pretty much. I think somebody at some point, I think this tractor was abused and somebody tried fixing it, but they couldn't. Oh, speaking of tried fixing it, but they couldn't. As you guys remember, this tire over here was off of the spindle. I found out, and I really thought this was interesting. I did not film this, but I wish that I would have. Somebody at some point changed the bearings out in this rim. And when they changed the bearings, they put a bearing in it that was too big for this hub here, but it was too small. The opening right here was too small for the spindle. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I think you can kind of see it on there where I took a hammer and I hit this in right here to shrink it down. I pulled a set of bearings out of another set of rims that I had. Not set of rims, but just one rim that I had. I pulled the bearings out of it, and I stuck those bearings in here. The bearings just fell in, and when I flipped the rim over to put the other set of bearings in, this side fell out. So I looked at it, and I noticed that they just went in and went right out. The bearings that I wish I had the bearings. I don't have the bearings right now, but the bearings were too big for the opening in that rim, and the opening where the bearing goes over the spindle was too small. So I put another set of bearings in it, like I said, and I took a mallet and I hit that spindle face on there to make it hold the bearing in. And after I did that, I put that wheel back on there, and now it's on there and it slides over nice. So like I said, I think somebody put the wrong bearings in it and they couldn't get that wheel on there, as well as the other problems that I've noticed with this tractor. And I think that was why this tractor was parked. So, I mean, somebody tried fixing it at one point, but I guess they just didn't know what they were doing and they ordered the wrong bearings, as well as they probably saw that the belt up here was fucked and wrapped around there, and they couldn't get that pulley to move, so they probably thought the transmission was stuck. So I guess they just parked it and bought that 240. So, or it got parked. So yeah, that's a little bit of an update for you guys on everything I've done with this tractor. It still has the helper spring and front linkage, as well as everything else on it. I haven't messed with that. One of these days, I do plan on making a video on washing this tractor off. It also still does not run very well. I need to put new points on it, but it does start and it does run. If the float, I've already sunk, believe it or not, I've already had to put 2 new floats in that carburetor. I'm starting to wonder if that carb is killing my floats. Let me see if I can get this thing to start, and if I can get it to start, I'll let you guys listen to it, unless I drain the gas out of it, which I think I did. Let me see if it'll start, and if it'll start, I'll let you guys listen to it. This tractor is kind of hard to start, but sometimes it does want to start. It doesn't run very good, but let's see if we can get it to go. Hang on. I got to fuck with the battery. Sometimes it just doesn't want to turn. Now, why did it die? Is it leaking gas again? I can't tell. Let me see if it'll start up. Ready? It seems like every time that it gets shut off and gets a chance to set, there's a hole in my float. I can't tell. Nope, I don't see any gas underneath there. Oh, maybe it ran out of fuel in the line because, like I said, I drained the gas. Not sure. So, I drained it with the intention of parking the tractor in the back, but I pulled it back out because I was working on my 212. And these both are 85s and they're both early tractors, so I've got them both out right now. I was going to take a picture with them. So yeah, you guys got to hear it run. As you can see, it doesn't run great, but it does run. And I need to do some more fixing up on it. And after that, it should be a great little runner. Obviously, I have to replace the lift before I do anything with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little update video. I know it was just kind of all over the place, but I think I've pretty much covered everything. Headlights, I still don't know if they work or not. I guess. Nope. I don't see a sign of life. I wonder if they're wired. Oh, no ground. You see, well, I'll have to fix that. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Just kind of an update, like I said, not really intended to be a video. And I guess this is going to be it. So yeah, take care.